Hi everyone, this is René Lux from Symbio, and welcome to a new episode of our SeLion web automation training. Today we're going to talk about the SeLion Enhanced Grid. So the SeLion Enhanced Grid is an extension on top of the Selenium Grid, which helps you with downloading all dependencies, um, upgrade your nodes. It force restarts nodes, and it has healing functionality. This is to make the Selenium grid more stable in your production environment. So what we're going to do is we are going to the SeLion documentation, and we will go to the Introducing SeLion Enhanced Grid page. So on this page you can find all the information needed for running the SeLion grid. What we are going to do is we're going to download the zip package that they distributed on Sonatype. So you can find the URL here. If you have SeLion compiled locally, you can also find the latest package in your target folder. So we are going to look for the zip file, which we can find here. Just click it and it will download the file for you. I already did so and unzipped it in my downloads folder. So we're now going to have a quick look at Autobot start node. Because I'm using OS X, I'm looking at the Unix version, which is the .sh, which is a bash file. But if you look in the bin folder, you can always also find one for Windows. So that's the Autobot node. And in both cases, what you want to do is if you want to use it in a production environment, you need to update the URL that you connect to. So here we set the hub URL. In this case, this is our local host. If you want to use this in a production environment, you need to update this URL to the IP that your grid is running on. So we have the same for the bash file, which is here. Again, the hub URL. Okay, so that's basically the only thing that we need to change in the bash file if you want to run it on production. So now we're going to open a command prompt, and we are going to cd to our downloads folder, or this way you downloaded the SeLion grid, and then we're going to execute the Autobot start grid first, and we just hit enter. So the first time when you run this, SeLion will download all dependencies. So this includes the drivers for example, if you run on Windows for IE, and on the other systems, it will download drivers that are needed for example, Chrome and other browsers that you might have enabled. I already started it, so it is already finished. So you have to wait for this the bottom line to appear where it says abstract connector started, socket connector, and then the IP is 4 zeros and on port 444. This means that your grid has started. So then we can open another command line, and now we are going to execute the Autobot node, and this will connect to our grid. So now if we go to our browser, we can go to localhost then 444. So we can go to the console page, and then we can actually see our Selenium Grid. So you will see that there's available browsers that we can run against. If you run Selenium from behind the firewall, you would need to open port 4444. We have to wait for a little bit. Okay, so in the meantime, I will go to the SeLion documentation page again. To show you some other pages that you can visit. So we have an admin. The default password is admin. So here you can see that we can force restart the node. So this will restart the nodes for you. We can upgrade it and we can change the admin password. So this helps you to maintain your grid in a live environment. I see that the grid console is loaded, and you can see that we have some Phantom.js browsers, we have some Chrome browsers, and we have some Firefox browsers available for us. If you want to run your test case, you can just point it to this IP and on port 4444, and it will run your test cases against your own grid. That's it for today.